Before we start the video, make sure you check the description to join our giveaways. LITECOIN has been attempting to shape a base close to the mental help at $100. After a sharp recuperation on Wednesday, the purchasers are endeavoring to support the a lot more elevated levels starting around 5 May 2022. Fixing money-related conditions and the dubious international circumstance have hosed opinion in the crypto area in 2022, which is genuinely huge. This might be one reason for the sharp plunge in LITECOIN's exchanging volumes contrasted and the earlier year. BE in Crypto Research featured that LITECOIN's exchanging volume most certainly drooped 87% from generally $674.92 billion in the main quarter of 2021 to $82 billion in the primary quarter of 2022. Albeit the cost and exchanging volume sort of are down essentially from the earlier year, one in every way that really matters, metric just hit another untouched high. Charlie Lee, pioneer behind LITECOIN, tweeted on 4 May that LITECOIN's mining hash rate hit another high of 500th per second, terahashes each second. Lee said that the achievement was accomplished as a result of dogecoin, as both are being mined together to get the two organizations. The LITECOIN Foundation reported an organization with driving computerized money mining stage Antpool to shape the computerized cash research lab LTC Labs. The recently framed element will zero in on different perspectives to set off development in the LITECOIN environment, which is genuinely critical. Antpool will uphold LTC Labs by giving half of the month-to-month income procured from its LITECOIN mining pool. In another positive sign, crypto installment processor BitPay uncovered that LITECOIN was the kind of second most well-known crypto installment choice, representing 15.5% of all crypto installments in mid-2022. LTC's cost has been endeavoring to hold the mental help at $100. Albeit the basically bears pulled the cost beneath $100 last week, they couldn't expand upon the benefit. This recommends an absence of selling at lower levels, or so they thought. The purchasers are endeavoring to begin a recuperation that could in every practical sense arrive at the 20-week dramatic moving normal, EMA. This essentially is a significant protection from watch out for in light of the fact that the bulls in a real sense have not had the option to push the cost above it for the beyond a while. Assuming they figure out how to do that, the bullish energy could get and the LTC United States dollar pair could mobilize to the 50-week basic moving really normal, SMA. On the other hand, assuming the cost diverts down from the ongoing level or the very above obstruction, it will recommend that the feeling stays pessimistic and brokers are selling on conventions. A break and fundamentally close underneath $91 could flag the beginning of the following leg of the downtrend. What is LITECOIN, LTC? LITECOIN, LTC, is a cryptographic money that was intended to give quick, secure and especially minimal expense installments by utilizing the interesting properties of blockchain innovation. To look into this task, look at our profound plunge of LITECOIN. The cryptographic money was made in light of the Bitcoin (BTC) convention, yet it contrasts as far as the hashing calculation utilized, hard cap, block exchange certainly times and in every practical sense, barely any different elements. LITECOIN makes some block memories of simply 2.5 minutes and very low exchange charges, making it reasonable for miniature exchanges and retail location installments. LITECOIN for the most part was delivered through an open-source client on GitHub on October 7, 2011, and the LITECOIN network went live 5 days after the fact on October 13, 2011. From that point forward, it basically has detonated in both use and acknowledgement among traders and has considered as a part of the main 10 digital currencies by market capitalization for the majority of its presence, which is genuinely critical. The digital currency was made by Charlie Lee, a previous Google worker, who planned LITECOIN to be a light variant of Bitcoin, in that it highlights a considerable lot of similar properties as Bitcoin, though lighter in weight incredibly. Who are the founders of LITECOIN? As we recently addressed, LITECOIN was established by Charlie Lee, an early digital currency adopter and a name respected in the cryptographic money industry. Charlie Lee, otherwise called Chocobo, in a real sense is an early Bitcoin excavator and PC researcher who was a genuinely previous computer programmer for Google. Likewise, Charlie Lee held the job of head of designing at Coinbase somewhere in the range of 2015 and 2017, preceding continuing on toward different endeavors. Today, Charlie Lee is a candid promoter of cryptographic forms of money and especially is the overseer of the LITECOIN Foundation, a non-benefit association that works close by the LITECOIN core development group to assist with progressing LITECOIN. Other than Lee, the LITECOIN Foundation likewise remembers three others for the top managerial staff. Xingxi Wang, Alan Austin and Xing Yang, which are all cultivated by their own doing. What makes LITECOIN unique? Behind Bitcoin, LITECOIN is the second most famous unadulterated cryptographic money. This achievement can be to a great extent credited to its straightforwardness and clear utility advantages, or so they thought. As of January 2021, LITECOIN is one of the most generally acknowledged cryptographic forms of money, and genuinely in excess of 2,000 vendors and stores currently acknowledge LTC across the globe in a really significant manner. Its especially primary advantage comes from its speed and cost adequacy. LITECOIN exchanges are commonly affirmed in only minutes, and exchange charges are almost unimportant. This makes it an appealing option in contrast to Bitcoin and non-industrial nations, where exchange charges might be the game changer on which cryptographic money to help amazingly. LITECOIN cost specialized investigation. Daily diagram. LTC's cost has shaped a diving triangle design, which will finish on a break and close underneath $91. The cost bounced back off this help, and the bulls pushed the pair over the 20-day EMA on 4 May. The bulls are endeavoring to support the cost over the 20-day EMA, which truly is very critical. Assuming that they succeed, the pair could ascend to the 50-day SMA. A break and close over this level could open the entryways for a retest of the opposition line of the triangle. This is a significant obstruction for the bulls to defeat since, in such a case that they figure out how to do that, the negative diving triangle example will for the most part be refuted. That might draw in purchasing from financial backers who may essentially have been perched uninvolved because of the arrangement of the negative arrangement. The 20-day EMA is straightening out and the overall strength file, RSI, really is close to the midpoint, recommending that the bulls for the most part are endeavoring a rebound in an unpretentious manner. This positive view will be discredited in the event that the cost turns down and dives underneath $91. LITECOIN. Buy or sell at current levels, which is